Hello, welcome to day number 9. We are going to do a core day today. So that is everything from your shoulders all the way down to your hips. That also includes every muscle that stabilizes through the hip, stabilizes through the shoulder, all the way front side, back side of the body. So when I say core, I'm not only talking about your abdominal muscles. I'm also talking about all the muscles through your back, all your glutes, your hip flexors, your shoulder stability muscles, your chest muscles, your back muscles. All of that is very important in your core. Think of your torso as like a stabilizer. We need to make sure it's nice and stable to support the spine, to support the mechanics of the arms, the mechanics of the legs, and basically it's incredibly important. So we want to make sure that we're working it really, really well and very safely. Probably 80% of Americans at least have low back problems. Riley, excuse me please, thank you. And so training the core can be a challenge at first, so I'm going to give you modifications. Please take advantage of those modifications. You want to train the body correctly to progress. If you're just trying to jump and move to those moves that you think that you can't do because you're just too tired, but you're feeling pain, you probably shouldn't be doing those moves quite yet. We'll get there. You want to start and you want to practice perfect. My salsa teacher says this and I love it. Perfect practice makes perfect. Practice does not make perfect, because we can practice doing something wrong over and over and over again. And guess what? You know what? We will be perfect at doing it wrong. But we really want to make sure that the body stays nice and healthy. You want great mechanics. So I'm going to talk about stabilizing the core. I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk to you about from the shoulders all the way to the hips today. We're going to talk about that, go through our warm-up, and we're going to stick with the same thing that we did yesterday. If you watched the video yesterday, it's 18 minutes of work. So we're doing 3 6-minute circuits. You're doing 3 exercises in each circuit. Each exercise you will do 3 times. Today it's all about the core, so we're going to be stabilizing this entire area. Let's start with the hips, right? So all those muscles, the glutes and everything are really important. If we're in any sort of plank, you want to make sure you're squeezing your butt. And I'm talking like you're going to crack a nut in there. I'm not even joking. Squeeze the booty, stabilize through the hips, stabilize through the low back. And then you're going to tighten up the belly. It's a bracing. It's not a sucking in. We're not going to be sucking in. We want to brace ourselves like someone's going to just punch us right in the belly. You want to be ready for that punch. If you're in a plank, that should be your position. You're not pushing out like you're going to take a poop, right? You're just bracing. Anyway, so we're squeezing the butt, bracing the belly. The legs are super straight. That's going to keep my hip flexors straight, because I want my butt to be able to squeeze as tight as I can. To do that, I need nice straight hip flexors. That's right here, the front side of the hip. So minor inflection right now because I'm sitting down. Also, I want to imagine that I'm knitting my ribs in. So if I were to be able to like take my pubic bone and my sternum and bring them a little bit closer together, that sort of knits my ribs down and in. Now I'm bracing my belly. I can still take a deep breath, but I have that contraction, so I'm keeping my spine and all of my organs and everything nice and stable throughout my exercise. As I move up my body into my shoulders, the best way to stabilize is lengthen through the neck, right? Pull the shoulders down, and then you're going to puff up the upper back. So imagine if you took your shoulder blade and pulled it down your back and sort of wrapped it under your armpit, right? So I don't know what I'm doing with this hand, but you pull it down and wrap it underneath the armpit so it comes down and whoosh. So I'm puffing up my upper back, but I'm not drawing my shoulders forward. They should be back and down, and then I'm pushing a door open. I wouldn't push a door open like this, right? I'm going to pull down and I'm going to push. So I'm going to push, and that does my upper back. We're going to go through this more as I do the warm-up. So let's start with the warm-up. That's how we're going to stabilize, right? With the warm-up, we're going to start with serratus punches. And what that is our hands are going to be in our push-up position. So they're Fingers are spread out wide, like this, like you're showing me 10, right? 10 people. 10 whatever, 10 drinks. What we're going to have on March 1st, right? Just kidding. All right, so we're spreading our fingers out wide. I'm going to pull my shoulders away from the ears, lengthen my neck, and then I'm going to push up. So my upper back puffs up, and then I'm going to drop my chest and squeeze my shoulder blades together. And then I'm going to push up and then squeeze my shoulder blades together. Think about pushing the ground away from you, and then just sort of relaxing through your chest. Keep your arms straight, and then push the ground away from you, and then relax. Keep your arms straight and try to squeeze. Imagine you got a quarter in between your shoulder blades and you're trying to squeeze. And then push. The whole time I'm keeping my belly tight. That way I don't like... I don't know why I'm adding those weird sounds, but anyways. Drop the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep the belly tight, and then we're going to push the floor away. Drop it down and push the floor away. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm dropping, I'm going to pull my shoulder down, and then I'm going to wrap that shoulder blade under my armpit. All right, that activates our serratus muscle, which stabilizes through our shoulder, which is super important, part of our core. And then let's do some belly breathing, which we did. All right, so that's where we're going to brace. We're laying down on our back. Head and shoulders are relaxed. I want you to put your hands around your waist like this, so you can feel the back and the front, and I want you to laugh. Ha 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 ha. Every time I fake laugh, it just makes me laugh because my fake laugh is really terrible. So we're laughing now, right? But you can feel that contraction all the way through the back side of the body and the front side of the body. Now imagine someone's going to step on you. You're like, right? You want to brace to protect the organs, and you feel the same contraction. Make that contraction, right? And then we're going to breathe all the way into the bottom of the belly, so the belly should rise. And then exhale. Push it all out, all of it. And then inhale all the way in, as much as you can get. Your chest and your belly should be lifting up. Suck in a little bit more air. And then exhale. All the while you have that contraction, right? You're laughing. That's why when you have belly laughs with your friends, you feel like you have a six-pack all of a sudden, or like your belly's hurting like you did an ab workout. And you're like, no, I just went out with my friend last night and I laughed my ass off. And so that's because you're contracting those muscles in there. Anyway, so let's do it 2 more times. So contract, brace, inhale, and exhale. All of it out. Keep that contraction. 1 more time. Inhale. And let it out. All right, put your hands on the ground. Keep that contraction. We're not going to lose that for the whole workout. We got to practice maintaining that contraction. Let's drive through the heels with the hips in. Slow on the way down. We're just going to engage the back side of the body. Here we go. Drive through. And all the way down, nice and slow and controlled. Explode. Slow, 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 slow. Ooh, and explode. My legs are super sore right now, so these bridges are kind of hurting me. Drive through the heels and slow. Slow. Don't forget that contraction, right? I'm ready. If someone's going to punch me, I'm totally ready to go. Here we go. 3 more. Come on. Keep it tight. Slow, 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 slow. And explode. And go slow, 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 slow. And last one. Hold it up top. Let's get those glutes ready to work. Keep that belly tight. I'm hitting it because I want you to understand you should be able to hit yourself like this and not feel like you've just punched yourself in the guts. It's very, very important. All the way down. Here we go. That was beautiful. Let's roll those ankles. We're doing a little bit of jumping today. And the other direction. We want to get those legs and those ankles and everything warmed up. Let's roll back the other way. And then the other direction. Let's do the wrists at the same time. Roll those wrists out. And let's switch direction. Keep those feet moving. And again, other way. Get those wrists involved. And one more time, the other direction. All right, beautiful. Our body is ready to go for our first circuit. 18 minutes of work, and then we've got a little bit of cool down. First, we're gonna do bicycle crunches. 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of recovery. Okay, so 6 minutes, we're going through 3 rounds. Hands behind the head, we're gonna lift up, push the ribs down to the ground. Keep that contraction in the belly. Opposite knee to opposite elbow. Keep your eyes fixed on the ceiling. Our second exercise is cross-body mountain climbers. So our hands are in our push-up position, wider than, lower than the shoulders. We're going to be in straight arm plank, right? Knee drives up to the opposite elbow. We're twisting through the rib cage. Make sure those shoulders are pulling down and we're pushing the floor away, getting that stability in the shoulder that I just talked about. And our final one will be jumping jacks. All right, 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of recovery. Here we go. Let's get started. Bicycle crunches in 3, 2, 1, and go. Really push those ribs. When I say the ribs, I'm talking the bottom part of the ribs. We're, of course, lifting the top part up off of the ground as high as we can. We want to use those ab muscles to rotate through. We're using those obliques. We have 30 seconds, so that means 10 seconds left to go. Keep that contraction in your belly. Twist all the way through, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Almost there. Rest. All right, cross-body mountain climbers. Tomorrow, I want you to be able to feel like you have more stability in here, so let's push ourselves to really tighten that belly. Here we go. Protect those stomach contents, knees driving across and underneath. You can step these, or you can do them up on an elevated surface. We're halfway there, come on. Let's do this. Stay energized, tighten that belly, check in on it. 10 seconds, let's go, come on. Make sure you're breathing. 3, 2, 1. Jumping jacks to finish. All right. Nice deep breathing. Whew. Into 1. Let's go. Nice soft landing. Remember, you can always step your jumping jacks. Whew. I'm a little short of breath today. That's okay. We can make 10 seconds. Come on. Let's pick up that pace. If you can do it. If you're stepping, that's great. If you're moving, then that's great. If you can pick up the pace, I want you to go. 2, 1, rest. Right back down to the floor. Here's round 2, 3 rounds of our first circuit, bicycle crunches. In 3, 2, 1, go. If you need to, kick those feet straight up to the ceiling. We're still rotating through the rib cage. We're pushing the ribs down to the ground. If you want to make it harder, make sure you're tightening up that belly. You're not twisting too far where you feel like you're going to fall. But you can bring those legs closer to the ground. Riley's trying to join us on the couch, doing her bicycle crunches. 2 seconds, keep going. Rest. Holy moly, lots of twisting in the first circuit. 5 seconds, then we're going for those mountain climbers again. Work on that shoulder posture. Here we go. You can make it. If you put your mind to it, you can make it. Remember, every time you extend that back leg, you're squeezing your booty because that's going to protect that low back. It's going to keep stabilization. Tighten your belly like someone's going to punch you. Come on, keep working for it. 3, 2, 1. All right, jumping jacks. Breathing deep all the way to the bottom of the belly. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Even when you're doing your jumping jacks, I don't want you to give up. You better be tightening up that belly. Because every time you jump, think about if you're not landing soft, If you're not tightening up through your belly and supporting through that core, then you're just putting a lot of weight all on the vertebrae. You're just bouncing up and down, putting weight on your joints, and it's misplaced. We want to place it safely so we're landing soft and keeping that belly tight. Rest. All right, you're doing fantastic. We have one more round, bicycle crunches. And go. Make this your best round yet. Every time it's your last round, that's when people start to get tired. Maybe you get excited, I'm not sure, but a lot of people are like, oh, I'm getting tired of this exercise. Well, I want you to dig deep and give it all you got. Come on. Push those ribs in. Extend those legs out long. We're twisting. I know you have the energy in you. I know you can make it. We're so close. 3, 2, 1. All right. Cross-body mountain climbers. Here we come. We're going to master this. Fingers spread out wide. 2, 1. Tighten up that belly. As you pull those knees up to the opposite elbow, I want you to be using your belly. Think about doing a little crunch every time you pull the knee up. Make sure you're breathing. Tightening up that belly 10 seconds. Come on. Let's go harder. If you can push yourself, let's get there. Come on, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. All right. Jumping jacks. I challenge you to go as fast as you can. In 3, 2, 1, go. The fastest jumping jacks you've ever done in your life. Fastest tempo that you can imagine. Come on, just keep pushing it. You get a break after this, and I'm going to demonstrate the next circuit. It means you're a quarter way through your hard work. Give me 10 more seconds, the best you got right here. Get a break for water and a towel in just a second. 3, 2, 1. Great work. That was the first 6 minutes in our workout. Our second circuit, you grab some water. I'm going to walk you through the second circuit. We only have 2 exercises because we have to work 2 sides of the body. We're going to do a side plank with a leg lift. In your side plank, make sure your shoulder stays safe. Elbows under the shoulder, pull the shoulder down so it's engaged, right? I don't want to be like here where I can rest my head on my shoulder. I want the shoulder engaged, so if I were to drop my head, I wouldn't hit anything, right? So I'm pulling the shoulder down. My bottom knee is going to be bent, hand can be flat or in a fist, other hands on the hip. Make sure the hips are stacked. My toes going to be, my foot's flexed, my toes are up towards my nose, and my toes are facing forward. I'm going to lift up and kick, and then drop my butt to the ground. Keep that shoulder engaged. Drop my butt to the ground. Lift, kick, butt to the ground. Second exercise is going to be plank jacks. We've done this one. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Fingers are spread out wide, and we're hopping back and forth. And you can step it if you need to. The third exercise is going on the other side for the side plank leg lift. All right, 6 minutes begins right now. Go. Side plank, leg lift. This is going to get into our booty a little bit. Mine's a little sore. I did a leg day yesterday. Whew. Drop that butt. Lift it up all the way. Are you contracting that belly? That is really important. Especially as we're lifting up from the side. We don't want to just dump into the one side. We want to contract all the way through. Can you feel a contraction up here? Dig deep. Rest. Plank jacks. You should start to feel that on this side of the body. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. All right. You can make this. Pick a nice steady tempo. You can also step, tap, step, tap. You're going to be from the knees. That's fine. I just want you to lift one leg and then drop. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Otherwise, you're up on your toes and you're hopping or stepping back. Pull those shoulders down. Make your neck nice and long. 5 seconds. 2, 1. And we're going to go over to the other side for that side plank with a leg lift. Make sure you're pulling that shoulder down In 2, 1, here we go. Hips are stacked right on top of each other. Make sure your shoulders are stacked. Keeping that core super engaged. So this leg is long, my foot is flexed. My toes are facing the camera right now. We got 5 seconds. 2, rest. Very good. We're gonna go right over to the other side. It's gonna feel a little tired because we did just use that same hip to kick. Now we're gonna lift with it. Ready? And go. Keep that shoulder stable. Pull it down. You should not be able to rest your head on it, so it needs to be really engaged. Pushing down into the floor. Elbows right under my shoulder. Again, we're checking in. I don't want to hit my stomach. Like as in like my actual stomach, not my belly, not the skin. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. All right. Plank jacks. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. When you're doing an exercise that maybe isn't your favorite, or is a little challenging for you, what I want you to do is focus in on your form, see if you can correct something, focus in on your breath, and then I want you to dig deep and find that determination that's going to get you through. 5 seconds. 2, and rest. Beautiful. Other side plank with a leg lift. And here we go. When I tell you things like that in these videos, it's because I'm remembering that I don't like plank jacks very much. Especially after a side plank leg lift. It's a lot of shoulder work. It's a lot of core stability. It is core day, right? So, of course, we're going to be doing that. But I'm telling you because I'm reminded of it. And rest. Okay. We have 2 minutes left in this circuit. Let's move to the other side. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice job. Make sure those toes are flexed. You're doing awesome. You can do this. Make sure that butt touches every time, and then we re-engage and lift up. Pushing through the elbow, pushing through that knee, lifting right here. We're using this muscle to lift and kick. 5 seconds. 2, 1. All right. We have one more set of plank jacks. So if they're one of your least favorites like they are mine, this is your last time today. You can make it. Let's dig deep and go. I'm telling you to dig deep because that's where you find that willpower and determination. I promise you it's in there somewhere. Sometimes you just gotta dig to find it because there's a voice up there. It's telling you, you don't know how to do this. This is hard. Ooh, almost there. Come on. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. You got 30 seconds before you get your second break. In 2, 1. Check in with that belly. Elbows under the shoulder. You want your neck nice and long. Pull those shoulders down. We're lifting up. And I want you to kick as high as you can. All right, we're going as high as those glutes will take us. Hold on to your hip though. Make sure we're just bending at that hip. You got this. 10 seconds. Let's get that booty working really hard. Shoulders are getting super strong. Our core is getting super strong. And rest. Oh my goodness. You're doing fabulous. I'm sweating. It's great. All right. Oh my goodness. Our last one's going to be a little bit of a doozy. So we're going to do a plank to a pike. You can do this either on your straight arm or on your elbow, whatever feels better on your shoulders. This is something that you can do off of the couch. It has to be a really stable surface if you're going to do it elevated. So we're gonna be in a plank and then we're gonna move into a pike. A pike just means like an upside down V. So I'm in a plank position, and then I'm gonna tuck my head and push my butt up towards the ceiling, and then I'm gonna come back down. So I tuck my head and push my head through my shoulders, and then I come back down to a plank. You can also do this on your knees, right? So you get a lot more support, but we're moving through those shoulders and working those shoulder muscles, increasing the range of motion in our shoulders. A second exercise we did on core day last week. Someone already commented on it. Plank step throughs. This time we're going to alternate sides. So we're going to we're going to hover in a bear, and then we're going to take one foot, replace that same side hand. We're going to sit through on our butt, and then come back to that bear position. Then we're going to go to the other side, replace the hand, come through, sit on the butt. If you can't come through and sit on your butt, what you're just going to do is step, maybe replace your hand, and hover and bear. I'm going to show you this from the forward position so you can see what it looks like. So I'm hovering, I'm off of my knees. I replace that one hand. I'm going to come through, sit on my butt, and then I'm going to come back to a bear position, replace the other hand, sit down. Guess what? You get to sit down in this exercise. Last one. We finish strong with tuck jumps. Landing soft. Remember, you can just drive your knee up, or we're going to jump and land real soft. Okay, here we go. Our plank to pike starts in 3, 2, 1, go. So plank, and then we just push the butt up. And then plank, and push the butt up. Make sure when you plank, I want you to squeeze your butt to come back down. And then when you push your butt up, let your butt unsqueeze. And then squeeze the butt and come back down. And then push. We have 10 seconds. Squeeze the butt, glide forward. Push through the hands. Tuck your head, reach your sit bones up. Squeeze the butt, plank, and then you're resting. All right, it's time for that shoulder step through. I'm going to face you to do this one. And follow me. Ready? Go. We're hovering. Right foot replaces the right hand, come through, sit down, and then come back to your bear. Left foot replaces the left hand, come through, sit down, back, and then right foot, right hand, sit the butt down, coming back to that bear pose. 10 seconds, left foot, left hand, we're going to sit, and then we're going to come back to the bear pose. We got time for one more. Right foot, right hand, sit the butt down, and rest. All right, it's time for tuck jumps. In 2, 1, here we go. Land soft. Go at a nice pace that works for you. Whew. Oh. Nice soft landing. 10 seconds. One more jump. Rest. Okay. Plank to a pike. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Squeeze that butt. We want to keep the back flat. Push the sit bones up towards the ceiling and tuck your head. Your sit bones are those things that you sit on, right? So just think, reach your butt towards the ceiling and squeeze your butt. Keep your eyes looking between your hands and then between your feet. Okay, look between your hands and then between your feet. Between your hands and rest. Okay. Oh, plank step through. Guess what? It's your lucky day. I took way too long demonstrating, so this is our final round. Okay, go. Hover. Left foot, left hand. Come through, sit your butt down. And replace the feet back in that bear pose. Right foot, right hand. Sit your butt down. Bring that foot back so the knees are under the hips. Left foot, left hand. Reach that arm up. Put your butt down. Come on, keep that belly tight. 8 seconds. It's enough time for 2 more. Let's go back left. Ready? And sit. And then you can stay there. It's rest. One more exercise. And then we're gonna stretch. It's a tough jump. So let's not hold back. It's your last one. Go. Driving the knees up towards the chest. Try to land nice and soft and even. Remember, just drive the knees up, but pull with that belly. 15 seconds. We get time for one more. Ready? Go. All right, let's sit down. You did an awesome job. We're gonna stretch. We're gonna do one of the same ones that we did yesterday. So we're gonna do, actually let's do it different. So pull your butt cheeks out so you can sit on your sit bones. That way you can sit up a whole lot taller. Both legs are spread out as far as you can get them, as far as what's comfortable, right? If you're out too far, sometimes you'll end up like sitting like this. We want to sit up tall. Right forearm as close to the ground as possible. You can hook it underneath your calf. And then we're going to rotate open. So I can bring my arm all the way up and over. I'm reaching for those toes, but I'm looking straight at the mirror. So my chest is open forward. And I can also pull with my arm that's hooked underneath my calf. You can also do this on the outside, right? So if this feels weird, you can do it on the outside. I do it this way so I can rotate my body more. All right, let's do the other side. So left forearm as close to the ground as possible. Hook it underneath that calf. Inside or outside, I want to rotate. So I push here into my leg to rotate my ribs open. And then I reach my arm all the way up and over, trying to touch my toes, pulling with my left hand on my left calf, and I'm breathing. And then we're going to unwind. All right, now we're going to come onto our back. We're going to do a little bit of a spinal twist that will also stretch our booty a little bit. So let's lay all the way down. Bring both knees in. Let's do a little happy baby here because our hips will like that. Our peace fingers. Peace. Grab those big toes. I want the soles of your feet facing the ceiling, like I'm going to step on the ceiling. And then I want to flatten out my spine, so I sort of pull my butt down to the ground, push my ribs down, flatten my head out, and then I'm going to use my biceps and my back muscles to pull my legs in as close to the ground as possible. I'm still reaching my butt down, pushing my ribs down, head is flat, and I'm pulling, 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 pulling. And let's release. Keep that right knee in. That left leg is going to go long, as straight as possible. Then the left hand pulls that right knee across the body. Extend that right hand out and look at the right hand as you pull the left knee as close to the ground as possible. And try to keep that right shoulder on the ground. And then let's come back through the center. Bring that left knee in. Shoot that right leg out long. Take the right hand and pull that left knee across the body. Extend that right arm out and look at the right hand. Trying to keep the right shoulder on the ground as I pull the left knee to the ground on the opposite side. And we're breathing all the way to the bottom of the belly. And then let's come through the center. Let's massage the low back so both knees come in. I really want you to squeeze them in towards your shoulders. And then we're going to bring them to the left. And then bring the toes closer to the ground. Then bring the knees to the right. And then in towards the shoulders. So we're making a big circle. And that should massage those low back muscles. Let's go the other way. So in towards the chest. Knees fall to the right. Toes go towards the ground. So I'm rolling across to my low back and kind of massaging it out a little bit. All right. Now come to a seat however you want. Give yourself a high five. You did an awesome job for core day. I hope that you got some solid training. Got a little bit of sweat going. I will see you on the Facebook page. Don't forget, tomorrow night Annette and I are putting on an awesome class. We're going to talk to you about some of our achievements and sort of a little bit about where we got started and some awesome stuff that we are going to inform you with. So I hope you're there. Have an awesome night. You're doing a great job.